Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Showtime!
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Next up, these two fighters are perfectly synced. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? This is the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Sticks the combo. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player 1 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? They need experiencing burnout. Quick dashing. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight!
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Very slick with the combo. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner kick. Right kick for a mix-up. Connects with medium kick. Scrapping it out up. Smart play to stop the opponent kick. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Charges forward. Going on the offensive? One chance here may end this match. Both sides getting ready. Are we gonna see a comeback here? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Pokes with a kick. Huge chance after that wall. Player 1 can't use. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Cashes out of a triple Jinra. Oh, here we go. Player 1 is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Round 1. Fight!
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? Nice solid counter. What's the play here? Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Neither of them willing to back off here. Does a good job of pushing back. And a super gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. They both showed the critical rolling attack. Get out of here! Player 2 spent a chunk of their SA meter and enters the round with a deficit. They've gotta be extra careful. Right kick for a mix-up. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. What'll happen here? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Life lead is there, but still anyone can't experiencing burnout. That combo finishes it! Here's the final round.
That's right.
The real fight starts now.
Final round! Fight!
The last round. Ooh, this could be something. Follow-up. Player 2 is in a fair trial, reads the counterattack. Scrambling here to avoid that. This could lead to some big damage. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Who will set the bait at this range? Player 1 has got to work some magic with his limited drive. Here comes the corner pressure. Medium kick into. Changes the flight plan. Are we going to see a comeback here? This is so tense. Scuffle. Close range projectile. Looking for a hold. Things are very tense as this exchange continues. Noticeable passions out the cage right there. Come on now, let me hear you say it.
I've had enough.
Get your plates ready. Damage is on the menu. Player 2 can't use any drive-thru. They didn't take the throw.
Blanka.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Goes for an overhead. The combo's there. Decent damage. What's next? Neither of them willing to back off. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. Vertical rolling attack! Get out of here! They don't need to go for anything big. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 is gonna... just goes for it at this range. In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
This round hits back with the overdrive vertical. Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Big throws. Knockdown and player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Gotta be knew the throw was coming. Their will to win is really being tested here. Changes the flight plan. Player 2 needs to use the threat that closes it with a classic corner throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Aerial Tatsu. The overhead denied. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? That feeling out phase is over. Goes off beat with the aerial rolling. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Scuffle. Knockdown. Here comes the mixer. Things are about to get wild here. Slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. Attack hits and they may get another chance. Amazing. Changes the fight. Flatlines them. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Decides to create some distance to start. Coming through. Throws them to negate the block. That throw will do some good damage. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Both fighters, they're going for the super art. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player 1 must meet the jump in with a perfect parry. Timing their parry just as the attack was coming triggered a perfect parry. Now they have a chance to go on the offensive. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. They need to capitalize on this drive disparity. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Experiencing burnout. Player 1, more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. That combo finishes it. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Saw that low heavy coming. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Blocks the jump in. Who's it gonna be? Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. I can't keep track of these corner switches. All right, what's coming up next? Parries the projectile. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Strings it all together. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Going on the offensive? Their spacing is so on point right now. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to hold out until it's a good spot to use to end the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Decides not to rush in without a plan. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Tatsu's out of the quick dash. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation, looking to ramp up the voltage here. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Nice parry. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. Throws a fireball. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. In with the rolling attack. Risky up-close scrap still going. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Shiko Jinrai doing the business. Hanging on for dear life. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.